Yeah, they get like big dominoes, and they're spinning wheels, and it's like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's a whole different atmosphere than the rest of the casino.
Yeah, usually something with like a dragon on it.
There's
So
dragons, and it's like I'm not even sure what language it's in. It's the dom that's is that Paigao?
yeah,
But
yeah.
there's like three different. But there's like a Paigao where they play with these funny dominoes. There's like a Paigao poker. Is that right?
Yeah. And there's
And then
Baccarat.
Baccarat.
That's Burt Baccarat.
That's what I always think when I hear that. I
I
look
know.
around for him playing the piano and then Dionne Warwick singing somewhere.
Dude, everything is written by Burt Baccarat
And
that
he's a
comes
good
out of the
songwriter.
70s.
He couldn't sing so good. I guess he
Yeah.
could, but he just didn't have the catchy voice
Oh yeah,
and the upturned
it's
nostrils like Dionne Warwick.
hmm,
She's a
psychic friend.
she's a psychic friend because we talked about this when Whitney died. She must have saw it coming.
No, actually we didn't.
I thought
We
we
meant to
mentioned
get
it.
to that.
We mentioned
No,
it, and we didn't go into
I
depth.
mentioned it to you. I mentioned it to you on the side.
Oh, see, I can't remember what's on air and what's off air.
I know. We should probably quit talking.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, for everybody listening, we actually do. If we start to talk about something, and we say, "Oh, stop! We gotta save it for the show." Because
I don't tell me no more.
that's right. That's right. We didn't. We kind of took it easy on Whitney, didn't we?
Uh,
Or maybe not.
yeah, I think it was maybe it was more harsh in real life about
Yeah.
Whitney with the Whitney R.I.P.
Well, we had Holly Robinson Pete getting pretty crazy with me.
Oh, we did talk about that.
Yeah. Now, did I mention that there was a somebody made a picture of her out of pills? It was almost
Wow.
like it was like a mosaic, and it looked just like her, but it was all pills. It
Wow.
was pretty impressive. Somebody said it was candy, but it looked like pills to me.
Well,
But it was really well done. It really looked like her.
even if it was M&M's, that still looks like pills.
I should. I had it up on Facebook, my personal account. I should find it. Oh, train engineer Ron says Angie Dickinson is Bert's wife. FYI, I did not know
Oh,
that.
oh man.
You remember Angie Dickinson from Policewoman, right?
Policewoman.
Policewoman.
That's
She
another
had the
police
legs.
lady.
She had the legs. They said were insured for $1 million.
Yeah.
She had a lot of money back then.
Super hot.
She must be
Like,
really old, and I haven't
she's,
seen her. She must be all wrinkled and old now.
uh,
Of
she's
course,
not.
Bert's kind
Uh,
of old and wrinkled too.
yeah. Oh, Raquel Welch is not old and wrinkled. She's
Oh, she's
old, but
old. Yeah.
very smooth.
Well, she's probably getting multiple body lifts,
Oh,
skin.
sure. She's still hot though.
You know who was funny to see was that who was the girlfriend to Stallone there for a while back at Rocky Four? Bridget Nielsen.
Oh,
Man, when she got old and she was on that, she was hanging out with
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav. Oh man, she
Yeah.
was. Her boobs were down to her knees.
We got some Flavor Flav coming up in the middle of the show.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to find that.
It's a
oh,
public enemy.
okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't. And all the commotion, the excitement of Lenny falling asleep with the ribs in bed. I didn't even look at the. I got him kind of loaded up, but I didn't even look what we were listening to tonight. All
Oh,
I knew was the Ramones and
public enemy and Rush.
Public Enemy and Rush, yeah, and a little bit Queen to start things off,
Yeah.
just in case.
Just in case.
Oh, that's good.
You're pretty scared, huh?
I wasn't real scared. I was debating in my head, um, should I go on with the show or should I wait? Because we don't normally start right on time. So, but normally we know if we're going to start late or not. Between the two of us, we know what's going on. But I was just kind of left out in the dark on that one. I was calling and texting and just getting no answer, and I was getting nervous. So I was gonna do. You remember back in the old days when Steve Dahl would not show up for the show, and Gary would kind of go on and
Uh-huh.
have those it was awkward monologues, and then he'd call. I was hoping maybe I'd get you on the phone, and
Oh,
do it.
right.
That's yeah.
I
I'd
was
hear
just
you
gonna
were eating chicken wings and
gonna
throwing them
let him
out the
drive it in.
sunroof, or
kind of like driving in from the upstairs to
Yeah.
downstairs.
He's in the his excuse was he's in the parking lot, so that's close enough.
Right.
Yeah, so I figured I'd maybe read a story or something, and not a book, but a news article,
Moby Dick.
discuss it.
Collect the works of Edgar Allan Poe.
We just go right in, roll right into the to Roots, and see what the folks thought of that.
Yeah, you're gonna give the Cliff Note version of Roots on.
Oh no, I was gonna read it unabridged.
Oh, unabridged. So you're gonna.
I didn't know how much time I needed to kill, so I was just gonna go for it.
Wow, good for you.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you for having a plan B.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a plan. I got a craps book here too. Maybe I could have just gone over some strategies.
Yeah.
Who knows? So did you see the sports news today? The big news?
Yeah, I saw somebody said that Tebow's going to New York, and now
Oh,
they have
there's a
two
couple
sucky,
big stories.
They got two sucky quarterbacks in New York.
Well,
I thought that funny. You know how people like to look on the bright side of things.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, the bigger one is, I don't know what's the bigger one. Saints coach has been suspended.
Oh, yeah. I was driving home and I caught a little bit of sports talk radio, which, you know, that whole bounty hunting thing and football,
right?
That's a bit silly. I mean, you're making like a ridiculous amount of money,
right?
To begin with, and then you're
it's no more silly than fining them $5,000 for something. I mean, it would be like us going to work and they fine us $1 for spitting on the sidewalk or something. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, not really, because you're trying to cripple somebody.
No, but I mean, as far as how much the penalty hurts.
Oh, right, or even the bonus.
Yeah, I mean, finding somebody that makes $1 million a game, $5,000 doesn't really do it.
Well, no, it's like somebody one of your coworkers bets you $10 to eat a bug, and then you get fined that $10 when somebody finds out that you ate a bug.
So but he got fined a lot more than $10. He got. I'm assuming they're gonna not pay him for that year. Otherwise, that's a good deal, right?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like when the Federal Trade Commission fine people. It's a fraction of the money that they stole from.
No, yeah, which never makes sense. Yeah, it's like, what's the penalty? Now, if there's prison time that comes along with it, that's something.
Oh yeah, but they get away with it. And even so, you go to one of those fancy country clubs.
Oh, the minimum security prisons.
Yeah, I'd kind of like. Man, you can get so much reading done, and you get some, 4 hots in a cot, 3 hots.
3 hots in a cot.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
Cot with a T.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's minimum security. Maximum security, you get the other one.
Yeah, you don't want another one.
Now, it's a funny side note to this story. It was, I'd been off out of the office for a little bit, and we were talking about it. We'd drive over to a different area with some coworkers, and we were talking about it in the car. And they'd mentioned it to me, and I hadn't heard about the story. And they'd kind of mentioned it to me, and I was like, oh. So I came back in, flipped on Yahoo, and it was up, a headline on Yahoo, but it didn't say. Now, what was the coach's name? Do you remember?
Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
He's defensive. He's one of the defensive coaches, I believe. He's not.
Oh, he's not the head coach?
I don't think so.
I don't know. There's only one coach I know of. Mm-hmm. Bill Belichick. Thank you. Anyway, but it said suspended for season for. Now, it didn't say.
Actually, he is the head coach.
Yeah, I thought he was the head coach. It said suspended for season. Now, it didn't say for Bountygate when I read it. It said suspended for season for Bounty Gay. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of. Why are they calling it Bounty Gay? I thought that was kind of weird. But
right.
Maybe, whatever. So then I went off doing something else, and when I came back, it had been fixed. And so I guess it was either a joke from somebody at Yahoo or a typo. And they
Mm.
had fixed it to Bounty Gate.
He's I guess he's pretty stunned. Everybody's saying he's out for a year.
Yeah, the whole season.
So
But
that means
I wonder how they. I mean, obviously he can't coach on the field, but I wonder if they can prevent him from coaching in practice and everything, or if he. I don't
I
know
think
I don't know what kind of power. If they're like the phone cops, if they have that wield that kind of power,
right. I think
or the trained police. You know.
I believe when you're suspended, I think you're forbidden from being on NFL property.
No, I mean, but none of it's owned by the NFL, so I wonder how much, how that much they can enforce. Like, can they go to the practice field and see that he's there, or can he not watch films and write make up plays? I mean, how much can they enforce that?
Right. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But
Yeah. He still get paid?
yeah, that's the big thing. If he's getting paid, I don't care. Suspend me all you want.
Yeah.
Now
Man, maybe stay home.
yeah,
Okay.
stay home and lay in bed and eat ribs.
That's like getting suspended from school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's probably not going to get in trouble from his parents, so it's even better than that.
True.
Um, I had a just much like our friend Ron there. I just derailed my thought process. Here's what I was thinking. Now how no to add insult to injury for this guy? No pun intended. 'Cause, injury.
Uh,
Yeah.
I
What
get
would
it.
happen? Yeah. What would happen if the Saints actually won the Super Bowl this year without their head coach?
Mm.
Do you think he'd be gone permanently? That would be that'd be quite a. It'd look really bad if you were gone and your team won the Super Bowl.
Right, but I think that it's suspended for a year, right?
Right.
But usually they break that down into like the number of games.
No, I
So
think he's
might
gone for
be.
the whole season,
I
complete
was gonna
season.
say if they get into the playoffs, he might be able to come back.
No, I think it's at the whole season.
Mm.
I mean, because they really wanted to. I don't know. I want to say set an example, but do you really need to set an example for setting putting a bounty on people, injuring people?
Right.
I mean, really, in actuality, he could have been charged with a crime. And putting up money to have people injured is really.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what?
I mean, that's really
That's kind of
conspiracy.
true.
I mean, there's a couple crimes. You got conspiracy, and then
Racketeering.
racketeering, and then
But then they would have to.
attempted. I don't
They would
know.
have. Yeah, mayhem.
It would,
Actually, if
mayhem.
you know.
I mean, it'd be hard to prove all that.
Yeah.
But of course, the NFL they don't have to prove it. They just much
No,
like
I
the
did not go
military.
to
They
law
don't.
school, but I
No.
dated a lawyer chick.
Oh yeah.
And I think
Do we want to go there or?
no. Well, I think
I don't want to get you
the
upset.
actual definition of mayhem
Mm-hmm.
has to do if you bit somebody's ear off. That's like mayhem.
It actually has the biting people's ear off.
I think it has when you remove a body part from another person.
Wow.
I think that qualifies as mayhem.
Yeah, but definitely. I know you can't put. I mean, you just can't put bounties on people. As far as injuring or killing them, like wanted, it's illegal to put out like a wanted dead or alive, type thing. And
What do you think Dog has to say about this?
I don't know, but I'm sure Beth will back him up on whatever it is.
They're big boobs.
Oh, that is just crazy.
Yeah.
They make me laugh every time I think about him.
The boobs or Dog
Both
Son?
of them, the whole group. Well,
The whole
I
thing.
guess his son that was working for him is split in. I haven't been watching it, but I catch snippets on the previews on TV, and there's always some sort of mayhem going at the Malaho or Mauna Loa or whatever bail bonds it is.
Yeah, you'd think they'd kick them off that island by now.
Oh man. Well, I thought